Here's a list of good commands to go have in your stream and how to add them in Streamlabs, StreamElements, and Nightbot. So first up, I'm going to cover basic text commands, which is basically when you use a command, it would literally just output text. So in every chat program, it's literally the same. You just hit add command. Here it is for StreamElements. It's over on the right-hand side for Nightbot as well. Then you type what you want the user to have to write to output said command. And then under response, you just put what you want it to output. So that was pretty obvious, but the commands you want to add that are basic text commands is your Discord, one for all of your social medias, and one for your specific social medias. So for instance, I have one ! Discord, and then I have ! Socials that links you to all of my socials. However, I also have a TikTok command, a Twitter command, a YouTube command, etc. So that people who are looking for that one specific platform, or if when I'm streaming, I'm making a call out for that specific platform, I can just pull up that one link rather than my entire pile of links. Secondly, a lot of people are very curious about your specs. Oftentimes I get people in my stream doing specs or whatever to try to find my PC spec, and I had this happen even when I was a small streamer. If you do have a PC part picker list, you should make a specs command and link it to that. If you don't have it, you can link it to whatever laptop, PC you use, or literally just write out your specs. Another one on the same boat are peripherals. A lot of times people will use camera, mic, just to try to figure out what I'm using. So I have a link for all the common peripherals like keyboard, my microphone, my camera, even my ring light, my drawing tablet. If you are an FPS player, oftentimes people will try to figure out your sense, so sense for your sensitivity is a good command to add. Another one, if you take donations on stream, make sure you have a command called donation and dono. That links to your PayPal link or your dono link. This video is getting really long, I'm gonna make a part 2. Good commands to add to your stream part 2 and how to add them using Streamlabs, Nightbot, and StreamElements. In the previous video, we went over how to add basic text commands and what text commands you should add. Now we're gonna get a little fancy here. So if you don't know how to code, and I barely know how to code, I know like very minimal Python. Basically the way these fancier chat commands work is they work through the process of using variable. So variables will basically pull information that variable is directed to. Oh, I'm not explaining this well. But for instance, if you have a variable that pulls your username, when that chat command is used, instead of outputting the variable, it will actually output your username or the username of whomever is using that command. So the variable basically kind of tells the bot, hey, pull this one specific item of information. So the first command that is really fun to have is follow age. So this command will require 2 variables. The first variable will pull the username of the person that used the command, and the second variable will then figure out how long they've been following you and output that number. So the chatbot with the easiest execution of this is StreamElements because they already have it. All you need to do is go to default commands and scroll down. It's all alphabetical until you find follow age. Make sure it's toggled on. So for Nightbot, it is a little bit of a mess because I'm like 99% sure this uses JavaScript and I don't know JavaScript. But thanks to Slick Rick, they have the code for us that we can just copy and paste. So just type command follow age or whatever you would like to call it. And then you gotta paste this giant beast of a string of code. For Streamlabs, they already have a variable, so the variable user.follow_age will replace that variable with the amount of time the user has been following the channel. So in StreamElements, under where it says command, you would again do and whatever you'd like to call it. For the response, you should do user.name. This will pull the username of whomever used the command, and then has been following you for, or you can just change up this text if you would like, and then that variable we just found, which was user.followAge. Here are the best commands to go add to your stream and how to add them using Streamlabs, StreamElements, and Nightbot part 3. Today we're going to be talking about the watch time command. A lot of people are really curious as to see how long they've been watching a streamer for, so it's a really fun command to have. Again, we're going to start with StreamElements, which is the easiest one to use because they already have it. Simply go under default commands. It's again alphabetical. Scroll to the bottom. Bam! This is the watch time command. Make sure it's toggled on. And this command actually cannot be added using Nightbot. Nightbot actually does not track the watch time of viewers in Twitch. So therefore, since it doesn't track that one piece of data, you literally cannot use that bot to output it. And lastly, with Streamlabs, the variable user.time will replace it with the user's time watched in hours. So for a watch time command in Streamlabs, you do watch time and then the variable user.name and then has been watching cat stream for a total of. Obviously replace cat stream with your name. And then we want to use the variable we just found, which is user.time. Interestingly, in Streamlabs, if you replace the user with the word target, you can then add somebody using the command to figure out how long they've been watching your stream. So again, user.name will pull your username, but target.name will pull the username of whomever you added. So as you can see here, I just tagged my mod, I know she wouldn't care, and this outputted the amount of time Esme has been watching my stream. This is some powerful information. Don't ever call it lurkers. Don't use this information to call people out. I just thought it would be fun to point that out. Don't be mean, guys. I made a chat command so that people in my stream can go and see how much rizz they have, and here's how to do it. Exhibit A. So the chatbot that I use is Streamlabs, so we're gonna go to Streamlabs and then go down to where it says Cloudbot, and we're gonna go to commands, and then we're gonna go under variables. So Streamlabs has a variable called ran choice dot and then bracket A, B, C. So what this variable does is it will just randomly pick one of the options that you have written over here to output to the user. So here's the example, user.name. This will pull the person's username you have picked, which is text that you add, and then random choice, and then these color options. When somebody uses the command, then it will just randomly pull one of the outcomes. And here it says purple. So in typical fashion, we can use this to judge how much rizz somebody has. So if you go under here under custom, and then you hit add command, we can name this !rizz. So you're gonna want to add the variable user.name within the squiggly brackets. This will pull the username of whomever used the command. And then just write whatever you want. And then we're just gonna put ran choice dot, and then option A, and then vertical line, option B, vertical line, option C. So these are some examples that I wrote. So now if I were to use the command, let me hit enter. Shit,